So dear students, as you all know that we were doing this chapter. The name of the chapter is Fire, Friend and Foe. So we have completed these 2 pages of this chapter, and now we'll be covering this chapter. So from here we'll start. For example, we can take away the fuel if the fire has no fuel to feed on, or burning can take place. We often let a fire die out simply by not adding more fuel to it. So what is basically written is over here is that how can we put out the fire, means हम जो fire है वो कैसे बुझा सकते हैं. That is, if we don't add any fire to that fuel, right? And if we don't add the fire to the fuel, then no burning can take place. And simply by not adding any fire to the fuel, the fire will not take place. And again, the second way, that is putting down the fire or putting out the fire, is preventing the oxygen from reaching it, right? So no supply of oxygen means no fire. Even small fires we can put out or smothered with a damp blanket or sack. Sack means body. So with blanket and sack also we can. And what is the meaning of smothered? Means suffocated from lack of air. So we can even put down small fires with blanket and sack. So it will stop oxygen reaching the burning material, and sometimes carbon dioxide is also used. So we can also use carbon dioxide to extinguish fire, means put out the fire. It does not allow oxygen to reach down below the flash point. Now what is the flash point? The highest temperature at which the fire starts, means basically where the fire occurs. So if we'll bring down the temperature down the flash point, so the fuel stops burning. So then the fuel stops burning, and like for example, you blow a burning matchstick or a candle to put out the fire. And when you'll do so, you'll remove the hot air around the flame by bringing down its temperature below the flash point, and then the candle goes out. Sometimes you can also spray water on fire. It absorbs heat from the burning fuel and will also lower the temperature. The blanket or water also cuts off simply the oxygen and the fire gets down, means it extinguishes. But there are some fire which cannot be put out with fire, means which you cannot extinguish with the help of fire. Like if you'll spray water on a fire, like on an oil fire, right? Oil was there and fire has caught with in contact with oil, means the oil will flow too. And in that case, if you'll put water, then the oil will float to the top of the water and it will continue to burn. So this can be very dangerous because water can flow quickly, carrying the burning oil with the spreading fire. Even if the fire has taken place in an electrical appliances. Now, if in that case the person is spraying water, he or she might receive an electric shock and can also be killed. So carbon dioxide extinguisher will best work in this case. Top of the water and it will continue to burn. So this can be very dangerous because water can flow quickly, carrying the burning oil with the spreading fire. Even if the fire has taken place in an electrical appliances. Now, if in that case the person is spraying water, he or she might receive an electric shock and can also be killed. So carbon dioxide extinguisher will best work in this case. So we are spending millions of rupees each year so that we can fight against the fires. We have even spent more trying to find new ways through which we can prevent the fires from happening and how even controlling it. So on a whole, we have learnt rather well how to control fire and also it to good use for everyday life. We have also used fire in a very positive way also in our everyday life. Long ago, like today, as you all know, if a place catches fire, so quickly we just call the fire brigade. The fireman comes with its team and they extinguish the fire. But long ago there were no firemen. So when the fire just broke out, so everybody within their own selves, they became the firefighters or the firemen. So what people used to do earlier, they used to form the human chains, which we still do now if it is required. And they used to pass buckets of water from a well or a pond, right? So now there are laws. If you have to construct a building, right? So there are few laws which you have to follow. What people used to do earlier, they used to form the human chains, which we still do now if it is required. And they used to pass buckets of water from a well or a pond, right? So now there are laws if you have to construct a building, right? So there are few laws which you have to follow, which ensures that space is left between buildings to reduce the fire risk. So every new building, especially that is set up at a public place, they must ensure observance of the inventing norms, right? So bands of firefighting workers with special equipments, which also known as fire brigades, are there so that they could come and put down the fire. Then firefighters are highly trained people, right? They possess many skills. They even cut off electricity supply, they knock down the dangerous walls, spray water and other materials so that they can just put down or just bring the fire under control. They are also trained in first aid, right? So that they can help people, those who are suffering from burns or other effects of some smoke. They could just take out the smoke inside those people, right? And the discovery of fire and its uses have really helped early men so that they could cope up with the nature better, and as gradually they have adopted a settled mode of life. So today also we still worship fire in many parts of the world. Fire is indeed a friend, but as we know, it can also be a dangerous enemy once the fire gets out of control. Students, I think you have properly understood this chapter. Now what you need to do is that you should also read this chapter, right?